Hey YouTube world, I am back with another video. Today I want to talk about why I think Kering is struggling, as well as why YSL or Saint Laurent is tanking. I don't know how I feel about this just yet, but let's kind of talk through this. Tell me down in the comments below what your thoughts on Saint Laurent today as a brand and the image. Would you want a YSL bag to add to your collection? And we know the prices are pretty freaking phenomenal right now. And I want to show you my entire Saint Laurent collection. I do have one new bag to unbox. Let's just get into it. There are a lot of videos out there talking about the YSL decrease in retail prices recently, so I'm not going to cover that with you. You could go watch like the 50 videos that are out there. But what I want to cover today in terms of the price decrease on top of that, if you follow personal shoppers or if you follow shopping essays at Nordstrom's or most of these department stores, you know they've been on markdown. First markdown, second markdown, and the prices are insane. How do you feel about that? As if you own a lot of Saint Laurent bags and you spent retail prices and you have purchased these over the years, do you feel that Saint Laurent is devaluing their brand and their image as a whole? Would you want to continue to wear Saint Laurent bags moving forward? I don't know. Tell me how you feel about it. I'll say, to me, I kind of don't care. Like, I love Saint Laurent bags because of their design and how classic they look. Even if the brand image, unless it's like a whole Balenciaga and maybe Dior at this point, that would probably the only reason I would deter from wearing a bag if I still like their aesthetic, so to speak, but because of the brand image. Now, YSL obviously doesn't have that yet. Who knows? Anything is possible, right? They don't have that specific image. It's just that their pricing has been slashed. And what that really tells me as a consumer, yes, all of these Kering numbers are public numbers. You can look it up, but I'm talking about the connotation and the perception on the brand itself. Do I feel like they're struggling? I mean, kind of, yeah, if you think about it. They're just trying to get to the sales numbers they need in order to produce the revenue that they want. So right now, their strategy is a little bit different, right? Their strategy is quantity over quality, or I guess margins. It's quantity, right? So if you look at Chanel or Hermes, they are pushing the higher cost items and their margins are much steeper so that they don't have to sell as many bags as they need to. Now, looking at YSL right now, their strategy, their business model is different out of desperation, or maybe they just want to hit those numbers because they need to, where they rather sell more and for a lower dollar amount. All right, let me stop rambling for a minute here and show you what I purchased during the second markdown. So this was from Nordstrom's. I purchased the shoulder bag in their Love 557, I can't pronounce it, don't come for me, line here. And this is in the Vert Fonts color. Look at how gorgeous that is. Isn't this pretty? So this is in lambskin. I'll talk about pricing in a second here. And they've got the age gold hardware. It's a shoulder bag. I love how it has a pocket in the back for you to put your phone if you need to. And it's just so puffy. It's so soft. And then you've got the magnetic opening. And then the interior is just this gorgeous emerald green color. You've got an interior pocket. It doesn't fit a lot. No, it's a puffy bag. You could probably, I'll show you what fits inside in a moment here, but it is a fully lined, leather lined bag. Suede on the interior, full leather, lambskin on the interior as well. This is just quality. I looked over it, I'm smelling it. It just smells freaking amazing. Just to show you what fits in this bag, if you're interested and if you can snag this, I did fill it up with my usual. So I've got my phone in here. I've got my Kafun long zippy card holder, and you can actually stand it upright instead of fitting it horizontally. It can stand up vertically because this bag is tall enough to close. And then I've got my catch-all with all of my mirrors, hand lotion, lipstick, etc. And it does close very nicely without bulging or anything. So obviously this is a much smaller bag that you can basically only carry your essentials, and these are my go-to items. And then this is an iPhone 10, I believe. So it fits, I think if you really want to squeeze a couple more things in there, you definitely can. Now let's do the back pocket and see what fits in here. Can you fit a phone? Well, yes, you can. You can definitely fit a phone in the back pocket, which is always a bonus. So let's talk a little bit about pricing. This one was on second markdown from Nordstrom's. This retails for $28.50 and I purchased it for $1,140, $1,140. Now, obviously add taxes to that, but if we're just looking at the retail pricing, that is 60% off of the retail price. Isn't that crazy? I've actually been eyeing this bag for quite a while at the Saint Laurent outlet, and I really wanted to buy it, and it was in hot pink. It was like the perfect hot pink. My friend stopped me from purchasing it because she's like, do not spend that much money on a hot pink bag. I think at that point, this was maybe 6 months ago, I can't remember, but it was still priced at like $1,600 to $1,800. She's like, don't spend that money. Get a neutral color. Don't spend that kind of money on a hot pink bag that you know you probably will get over at some point. I was like, yes, you're right. So when this came about in this quote unquote more neutral color, I was all over it. I responded to that so fast and purchased it. And I just love this bag. It smells so good. To continue my story here and how I'm thinking through this is that I did find this from a Nordstrom shopping assistant or SA that shipped this to me, but I did go to my local Nordstrom's this past weekend, which was kind of empty here in Nashville, which is kind of weird. And I forgot to take a picture. I'm kicking myself for not taking a picture, but they had a whole entire rack, a whole entire table, all of YSL's discounted on a second markdown just there, which you would never see, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, even like 7, 8 years ago. You would never see that. Usually with Nordstrom's and the personal shoppers, anything like a YSL or a Chloe or whatnot, those popular brands, they would keep in the back. And if you had a relationship with them, then they'll bring it out and show you like, hey, we've got this on discount. They'll give it to their best clients, right? No, this was insane. They had it all out on the table, including this one. Even though I got this one shipped to me, I couldn't believe that this particular one was out and open and nobody was grabbing it. I don't know how I feel about this, but I wanted to share some prices in case there are still any left and you can jump on these deals here. But I found it kind of insane how much markdown these have been, right? So I'll pop up photos here, but just to rattle off some of these, right? The Le 5 A7 in smooth leather retails for $2,400, and the lowest I've seen is 18 or 1080, which is 57% off. Some of the ones I've seen, the Sac de Jour Nano retails for $2,600. And they are marked down to $1,855, which is about 30% off, which I think that's kind of normal when it comes to the Saint Laurent outlet. But this is actually marked down from Nordstrom's directly or Saks or wherever they sell Saint Laurent. The medium sunset also about 30% off, so that's not like insane or anything. The Lou camera bag, which I know is so popular. I'm not a camera bag person, but I saw it as low as $875, which is 50% off of its original price at $1,690. The Mini Lou, I know the Mini Lou is pretty popular. I saw that as low as $1,079. The Sofferino, if I'm saying that correctly, I think that's a pretty new design-ish. That one, I played around it. Again, I saw this on the Nordstrom sales table this past weekend, and it was at 56% off. So originally it's $3,150. They marked it down to $1,400. $1,400. I didn't like that because the enclosure is actually the YSL logo, and it's just super finicky. I can see why that got marked down because that was just a poor design quality or design feature there. Some of the other markdowns, again, just rattling off so you have an idea of what you can possibly get out there. The YSL Say Puffy Clutch, I know this is more of an acquired taste. That was marked down 70% off. I saw they retail for $18.90 and I saw it as low as $550, which is kind of crazy. The most popular, one of the most popular Saint Laurent is the Kate. Usually retailed at $2,100 from, again, these are, retail prices I pulled from the Saint Laurent website. It was 60% off. I saw as low as $875. Crazy, right? The Lulu, the large size, that one was about 40% off. The small Lou was 55% off at $12.35. The toy puffer was about 52% off. I saw around, $1,000, $1,100, $1,200. The medium college was about 30% off. The Gabby quilted crossbody, not sure if I like that one either. That one was at 50% off. The toy Lou was 63% off at about $806, so like $800 when they're originally retailed at $2,150. The medium, the Jamie, so these are all kind of models that have been out for a little bit, especially like the Kate and the Lou, the Camera, Sac de Jour. What's surprising, I think the Jamie is a little bit newer, right? The medium one, yes, it's in jersey, so it might not be as popular as the lambskin or, leather in general, but that retail for $2,100 and I saw it as low as $945, 55% off. I would say probably the most crazy one that I saw was like the clutch at 70% off. But this is just madness, right? I don't know how you feel about this. Do you feel like this quote unquote cheapens the brand for them to mark this down so low? Again, going back to my opinion, I love YSL. Yes, the logo is a little bit repetitive, but I feel like this one is a little bit different compared to the rest of my YSL collection, which is why I love it. I've never doubted YSL and their quality. Have you heard of Saint Laurent having quality issues? I don't think I have. And every piece that I have, I've been really happy with. So will this stop me from purchasing more Saint Laurent bags? No, if prices are this good, I'm gonna snatch it up like today. And I feel like these brands and their popularity is cyclical. So at some point, Saint Laurent is gonna make a comeback. I don't know if it's this year. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know if it's next year or 10 years in from now. But for me, I like what I like. And if I think it's good quality, something I would like to add to my collection, having that brand image, so to speak, it doesn't really affect me. I'm just gonna purchase what I like. So going back to what I was saying, I just can't believe that all of these designer bags that are quote unquote popular were out on the table and nobody was purchasing it. I also stopped by the Saint Laurent actual store, the boutique, because they have one here in Nashville. It was sad in there. It was so sad. Like the sales associates, every time a person walked by, they were just like, hey, come on in, please come in, buy something. Because I guess I don't understand, because why is YSL or Saint Laurent allowing all of these department stores to mark down their prices so significantly? I don't know. Like if you are in merchandising and you care to share with us, you don't have to say what brands, but aren't there prices like floors of what you can discount your items to so that you are not cannibalizing their actual boutiques or their retail or online store? Wouldn't you think that they have some sort of agreement in there so that they're not just slashing prices like that? I don't know. Is it like a consignment, or do they just purchase the items outright and they didn't put in their contract that they can mark it down to however much? That also shows you, right, the margins. Nordstrom's and Saks, they all still have to make money on these pieces, right? The margins on these bags are definitely crazy. Yes, this is still a big luxury brand and I paid $11.40 on this technically. You know I'm an advocate for indie brands, but some of these indie brands I talk about is still $500-$600. But if I can get a quality bag with a really nice quote unquote brand and reputation for $400 more, $500 more, I'm gonna buy. I'm totally still going to buy. But let me know what you think about that concept, right? Before I wrap up this video, I just wanna show you what I still have left in my Saint Laurent collection. I bought this one last year from the Saint Laurent outlet. This is the medium puffer. And then my favorite out of all of these bags is my Nikki bag. This one is just so functional. I rave about this bag all the time. So I'm not gonna keep going here, but this is the medium Nikki, and then my large envelope bag that I don't really use that often. And then now, of course, this one is going to be not like super different, but at least it's not the whole crossbody shoulder chain strap kind of look. This one is going to be quite different in terms of functionality. Sorry for the rambly video here, but I just wanted to make this video after I made this purchase and kind of just had that conversation. But let me know what your thoughts are. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Love to see you back on my channel. Life is hard. I want to help you save time and money so that you can somehow adult easier and hopefully less than retail. I'll see y'all.
You're keeping?
Yes.
So that's a permanent?
Until I'm done with it.
Okay.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
Do you like the color?
Is it new or is it vintage?
No, it's brand new. I'm talking.
Like
don't touch my camera.
Is it like a holy purse? Dude, you shit on my fucking watch collection.
Yeah, so.
I'm just saying.
I only do purses. What do you do?
Hardcore.
Sound system, bourbon, cars. Should I keep going? Shoes?
Okay, bye.
Get out of my room. Get out of my room.